So whenever she joins, we can hand it over to her for the grammarian role. So
Sounds
yes,
better.
yeah, please. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. I'm Shwet. I'll be the Sergeant at Arms today for the 148th session of the SoundBytes Toastmasters. So, I officially start the meeting for today. And so, I would like to welcome Padma Priya, the Associate Area Director of SoundBytes. So, welcome Padma Priya.
Thank you, Shwet.
We have a few folks joining our buddy club also, that is Shall We Talk. So I welcome you all, Jasni, Yash, Kumar, and Nitin. Thank you for joining us today at 148th session of Soundbites Toastmasters. I welcome you all. So let's start the meeting for today. So I would like to hand over to our ever wonderful and charming personality and the one who is an ever avid learner, our president of the club, Sharat. Please, I hand over the meeting to you.
Thank you so much. And before I begin, I just wanted to say that that was not scripted. I didn't tell him to say that. Thank you for the kind words. Take it as a compliment. And welcome everybody at the 148th session of Soundbites Toastmasters Club. Especially very exciting because we are just two more sessions away from our milestone 150th session. I'm just thankful to our company management as well for sponsoring us throughout to our club. That's how we were able to make it to the 150th on the first place. So I'm just remembering all our stakeholders, our India MD Ricardo, and all our supportive stakeholders for their support till now. And of course, to all of you who take out time and make personal development also is an important aspect. And I really appreciate all of you joining these sessions regularly, time on time, and improvising your public speaking skills, impromptu skills, and whatever the goals you have in joining Toastmasters. I hope all of your goals are being met or we are on the right path. So with that positive note, I would officially open today's session, 148th session. And just a couple of announcements. As I said, for the 150th session, we will be making the plan shortly. We are planning to at least keep 3 segments. One of the segment will be where one of our leaders will be addressing the audience. That would really motivate people, more and more people to join the club. We would request one of our leaders to talk about how club can be beneficial for self as well as for the company. And one segment would be, of course, the table topic segment would be there because as we have seen before, guests are very interested in joining the table topic segment. And we are also planning to keep an educational segment where I would take help from our AD Padma Priya, our ADA director Nitin, etc., for their help with the educational speaker. And we'll be doing the plan shortly. And today's session, of course, we are having our 148th session. And today's theme is a big impact of small talk. It's a very, very relevant topic for today's time because people always think that big talks are the only things that matter, but that's not really the case because small talks also matter. The small chit chats you have with your colleagues, the small talks you have with your family, with your friends, these things also help a lot with not only with one's mental health but also general awareness also for various reasons. So small talks are also important, not just the big talks like war of the nations and the import duties US is putting on other countries. I hope we give equal importance to small talks as well in the right manner. With that, we can move on to today's session. And for today, we have our TMOD, Gaurav. Just to introduce Gaurav in his own words. So I'm someone who loves reading books and staying energized with outdoor sports. These days, I'm focused on boosting both my physical and mental fitness through gym and meditation. Sorry. While I am all for self-improvement, I find sleep tracking devices hilariously ironic. Imagine sleeping for 8 hours only to be told by your gadget that you barely slept at all. That's very interesting. So with that, over to Motika.
A very good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharath. And I'm very thrilled to be a Toastmaster of the day for this session. I would like to start with a very small question for everyone. So when was the last time you felt a casual conversation made your day?
Made my day.
Yes. Oh. Or you felt that your small conversation made someone else's day? Both ways it works.
Yeah.
Sure.
As recent as 2 days back, this Saturday, I had traveled to my wife's hometown. There we had a lot of small talks about, I'd even spoken about the Toastmasters Club to one of family members, and they're like, hey, that's some very great idea. I would like to introduce that to my company. Thanks for the great idea. And he was so genuinely happy that he got a good idea that he can present it to his company. That I made both of our days. I was like, okay, good that I'm able to, tell about this.
Anyone else want to share?
I have casual conversations with people all the time. Now, it brightens up my day, but whether it makes my day or not, I feel like the bar is set too high for that. But yeah, I do enjoy, and I make it a point to, try and speak to strangers even.
Okay.
Even if it's just complimenting somebody on the metro. I try to do that because I have learned over time that these conversations or striking up conversations with strangers is the only way to break out of the vicious cycle of digital solitude or loneliness that we've trapped ourselves into. So.
It's like we feel more lively when we
for
do
sure.
such thing, right?
Yeah.
I recently went to a run and rave kind of marathon, which happened exactly in this tech park by BLR. So there I met two of them. I met two friends basically, that too with short span. We were just running, and while we were running, I happened to have a conversation with them, and they were even newbies. So that's how I made two friends over there.
You felt good that
Yeah.
More people like me.
More people like me who have just started.
So basically what happens whenever we discuss with people, and it's not something which we have planned, it just happen with the circumstances, right? So sometimes those small conversation makes very big impact on our life. And I think I have seen people who make a note of such events in their diary, like today this happened with serendipity. So people look at it in that way. So sometimes those 30 seconds of conversation makes deeper impact in our life than sometimes 30-minute conversation does not do. So this is the impact what we see in our day-to-day life of the small talks. So our today's theme is all about that, how these small talks makes a big impact in our life. And sometimes people feel awkward or they feel, okay, if I start talking to someone else, then how that conversation goes. So people have a lot of those anxiety in their heart, in their mind, and that is why they struggle with these small talks. So today we are going to discuss more about this topic, and what I feel about it, I will share those points as well. And I love some of the answers from all of you and from the people who are online to share your stories as well. So it is going to be a very open session where everyone can speak with their heart, and there is no boundaries. You can talk anything because it's all about the small talk. So this is what we are going to do in today's session. Now, just think a small thing. Let's say you come to office, you want to have a coffee, you went to a breakout area and you find someone who is in some other team, and you know that guy, you simply say hi, hello, but you never talk about more than that, right? So sometimes it feels awkward as well. But this kind of small talk, when we apply some tactics or we apply some basic things to small talk, sometimes those conversation can take a very big impact, and it can basically we feel good, the other person feel good, and it basically breaks ice. So this is what small talk can do in our life. Now we'll talk more about it, but we have to move ahead with our today's agenda as well. So let me first explain you what we're gonna do in today's session. Today we have 3 important segments in our Toastmaster session. The first one is prepared speech, where we have one speaker delivering her speech from her pathway project, and then we are going to have one interesting table topic segment, and finally we are going to have an evaluation segment where we learn a lot about communication skills and what are our strengths and areas of improvement. Now to address that so that everything runs smoothly in our session, we have someone who takes care of all those things, and he takes care of complete session. So I would like to invite that person now to basically introduce our evaluators and tag team members. So for that, please welcome our general evaluator of the day, who is someone who loves traveling, photography, and trying various cuisines. I think if someone also loves that, you can reach out to him to get more details. He believes in a philosophy of live and let live, and his hobbies are playing tennis and table tennis. He loves reading books and watching movies and TV series as well. So please welcome our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Sharad.
Thank you, dear Modi Gaurav, and yes, I'm back, whether you like it or not. I'm the general evaluator for today, and I would like to read the script of what the exact role of general evaluator is. So the purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will be sharing my report. Of course, for me to function effectively as a general evaluator, I need a tag team. And for today's tag team, first I would like to introduce our time. We have a speech. We have one speech today. We have Pranali who will be trying her L1P2 S1 speech, and for her evaluation, we have our evaluator Aishwarya. So over to evaluator Aishwarya to quickly explain her role.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Today I will be evaluating Toastmaster Pranali's L1P2 S1 speech. And the purpose of the speech is for Pranali, our member, to learn or review the basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose, and to present this in a well-organized manner. Now, it could be on any topic. So what I am going to be looking at or looking for is a well-organized speech that is delivered well, and also it may be delivered in any style, just so long as the speech style and content work well together. So all the best, Toastmaster Pranali. I look forward to listening to your speech.
Thank you, evaluator Aishwarya, for explaining your role. And of course, general evaluator cannot function effectively without the strong support of the tag team. And for today's tag team, first we have timer for today. We have timer Yash with us, who has joined us online. And just to quickly introduce Yash, so he's Yash. He's an engineer by profession and working with SAP. He loves reading mostly fiction and running whenever he can, and especially from work. So I hope this session does, help in that purpose. And he says, if I could, I would love to explore different places and eat different food, something very similar to mine. As long as it is not sushi, I'm happy to say that I also not a fan of sushi. So with that, over to timer Yash to quickly explain the role. Over to you.
Am I audible? Yeah. So I'm the timer for today, and so time is very important, right? We must make sure that we are within the time, because it does not overshoot, and it helps us keep things crisp, clear, and to the point. I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for the prepared speeches, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes, and there's a 30-second buffer. And at 4 minutes, I'll be turning my background green. So I'll just show here. So I hope that the camera is it applied? Yeah. So I hope that the speaker will be able to see this the green background. At 5 minutes, I'll show a yellow, and at 6 minutes, I'll show a red, which will be up for till you complete your speech, and there'll of course be a 30-second buffer. For table topics, there's a 1 to 2 minute time limit, and again at 1 I'll show green, at 1.5 I'll show yellow, and red will be at 2 minutes. And of course, there's a 30-second buffer to complete it. And same for the evaluations. That and for the evaluations, it's going to be again 2 to 3 minutes. So 2 will be green, 2.5 will be yellow, and 3 will be red. And of course, there'll be a 30-second buffer period. So all the best to everybody, and please make sure you complete things on time. Thank you.
Thank you, Timer Yash, for that excellent explanation of your role, and thanks for showing how the background usually functions. With that, we can quickly move on to our next role taker, which is the R counter. And for R counter, we have Mr. Nitin with us today, joining online. So to introduce him quickly, in his own words. Name is Nitin Kumar, working as Associate Data Engineer at Shell. Outside of work, I like reading books and playing chess. It's great. Nowadays, chess is gaining a lot of traction in India. So with that, over to you, our counter, Nitin, to take this forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, my role as a counter is to note down all the filler words or sounds that we unconsciously used it during the speech. So, I will listen to all the overused words like and, well, but, so, you know. I will also listen to any filler sounds that we use like or. I will also note down all the speakers who repeats any word or phrases, and I will share all the reports at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and back to General Will for the day.
Thank you, our counter, Nitin, for explaining the role. And I hope people, especially who are doing long, lengthy roles like me and Gaurav, please give us some sort of a benefit of doubt when we use the bigger words. Okay, thank you. Thanks once again, our counter, Nitin. And now quickly we'll move on to the next important tag team, that is Grammarian. And for Grammarian, we have Harshita with us today, who's joined us online. To quickly introduce Harshita, she's passionate towards arts and crafts. She's interested in drawing and painting, and she spends leisure time in reading books. So Harshita, maybe I'll connect with you later to some of the book recommendations. With that, Harshita, over to you.
Yeah. Hi, this is Harshita, and I'm the grammarian for today's Toastmasters session. My role is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speakers, evaluators, and table topic participants. And I will also monitor the usage of English language during the course of the meeting. I will note who uses the word of the day or derivative of it incorrectly or incorrectly. I will listen to the word usage and note any awkward or misuse usage of English language, such as incomplete sentences or incorrect grammar in usage or inappropriate pronunciation as well. Let me share my screen now for introducing the word of the day. Yeah, my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, today's word of the day is relish. It means great enjoyment. It can be used as a noun. She swigged a mouthful of wine with relish. It can be used as a verb as well. We can use this way. He was relishing his moment of glory. and I will be noting the correct usage of word of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharath.
Yeah. Thank you, Grammarian Harshita, for introducing us with the word of the day and explaining your role. And I really hope all of you, all the participants here, would relish today's session and have a great time. That's about the tag team, and me, myself, as a general evaluator, will be submitting my report, my findings when called upon, along with the role taker reports as well. With that, I would like to pass the baton back to Toastmaster of the Day, Gaurav, to take this one.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharath, for helping us with all the evaluators and tech team. And thanks all the tech team members for explaining your role. It will help all of us to follow the guidelines which will help us in becoming a better communicator. So it's time for our first segment of the day, which is prepared speech. But before that, I have one more question for everyone. So do you feel awkward while making small talks?
Sometimes. Depends on the target audience, I think.
Target audience, okay.
Somebody wants to.
Yash wanted to.
Anyone from online?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say that I feel very awkward while making small talk with people. I don't understand what to talk with them.
Okay. Anyone else want to speak? And if you feel awkward, then what do you think? Like, why you feel awkward? You can, if you want to share, you can share that as well. Like Yash said,
So I don't really understand, like, how should I start any conversation? Like, I just go up, say hi, but after saying hi, what should I talk about? Like, all I end up talking about is how is work going and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else want to share something? Yeah, Pranali.
Yeah, so for this thing, so whenever I encounter any of awkward things, what I try mostly is asking them their hobbies.
Okay.
So if that matches with me, I have a lot of content to talk about. For example, if that person is Taylor Swifty,
Okay.
so I have a lot of things to talk about it. We can discuss the lyrics or the concerts that have been happened across the world. So this is how I try to initiate the talk and have a lot of content to talk about. Yeah.
I like that. Just taking off of what Pranali said, one way that I have seen is complimenting the other person.
Okay.
So just in general, noticing something about their appearance or an accessory they're wearing or a bag that they're carrying, and one or two things could happen, right? You either recognize some motive on that, or if it's a band T-shirt or a musician T-shirt or a sports bag or something like that, you identify with that, or you're a fan as well, so you can talk about the shared interests, like Pranali said. Or you can simply just go up to them and say, "Man, I really love your shoes," or "I love how you styled yourself." And I've always seen that when a person is complimented, especially for something that they might have put in effort into, so a hairstyle or an outfit, as opposed to your eyes are so pretty because like they didn't do anything to those eyes. They just have them, right? That always ends up breaking the ice a lot more easily, and paves the way for a smoother conversation. So
Great. So a lot of good answers we got today. I think Aishwarya and Pranali, you have shared your secrets, how the person can utilize it. But yes, I have felt that usually I'm not very comfortable when I have to break ice. And what I felt, many people feel the same way. Some people, as Aishwarya mentioned and Pranali mentioned, you look for what is common or what you can talk about, right? So sometimes people, they couldn't see it. And the reason is, most of the time we play in our own mind. So what happens, usually we think how I can be more interesting, so that we'll get attention of other people, or what can I say so that those phrases will have hold on the audience or other people. But the secret is, we have to be interested, not interesting. So if you are interested, people love to talk about themselves, right? So you have to be just curious. So this is one of the secret I want to share. So it's very small thing. Rather than being interesting, you have to just focus on being interested. So if you do that, you will get how to break the ice. So now it's time for the first segment where our prepared speaker will come and deliver the speech. So our prepared speaker of the day is Toastmaster Pranali, who is delivering her L1 P2 S2 speech titled "The Power of Starting Before You Are Ready." In her own words, by day she debug code. By evening, she does her best not to crash while speaking in Toastmasters. She is here to find her voice and maybe a punchline or two along the way. So please welcome Toastmaster Pranali for her speech, "The Power of Starting Before You Are Ready."
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So I have one question for each one of you here. Raise your hand if you have ever felt that I'm not ready yet. I need to be ready and then I'll start something. Yeah, I can see major of us are waiting for that perfect moment. We all might have gone through this, right? Waiting for that perfect timing to apply for jobs, waiting for that perfect timing to start any course, waiting to be perfect to even go out and explore yourself, right? We all might have gone through this situation, some or the other part in your life, right? Similar way, in my life, I have encountered few of the moments which made me realize that in order to start something, you don't have to be ready because readiness is a myth. So now I'll be sharing few of my incidents that made me believe this. 6 years ago, I was in my diploma period, so where I started my actual college journey. And just within starting of the period, my HOD, which is head of our department, he called me and one of my friends for, we both were actually selected for a paper presentation for state level competition, and we were supposed to present robotics and automation paper. And we both were blank because it was our first time standing in front of all the strangers and just talking about whatever our project has been. It's scary, right? I know. I went through that. And when we got selected, many things popped in. The first one was, it was in different city. And the second one being, we have to pay our own expenditure. Like everything, traveling expenses, the food, everything will be from our own pocket. And then comes the moment where we have to face all the strangers. Yeah, that scared me more. And I just informed my parents. I went to my dad. I told him that dad, I have been selected and I have to present myself to this particular competition and it's going to be in different city. And the first moment he listened, it's in the different city, he just firmly said no. Okay, not because he's like he doesn't have any trust on me or he thinks that I won't be able to do it, but because he's very protective about me or is currently too. And then I went to my mom and I told her everything. And she just said, go for it and just rock. And it was night at the time. I was sitting alone, my mind full of what ifs. What if I failed? What if I got embarrassed while talking in front of everyone? What if I won't be able to talk? What if I just failed? Right? So all what ifs were conquering my whole head, and I was very confused about all this thing. And then the next morning, my brother had dropped me to the bus stop, and my heart was beating very fast on this decision because I hadn't informed my dad about me traveling to the different city, but my mom knew it. FYI, yeah. And we went there, we presented, we spoke, and the best part, the glorious part was we won. But for me, that wasn't the real achievement. What was the real achievement was that I went in terrified. I went into the room, I was totally terrified, I was sweating like anything, but I came out with a lot of confidence. I was sure about myself. Okay, I did it. I guess I am eligible to speak up, right? So I just wanted to say is that sometimes this readiness is the only thing which is between your dream, which will be between your dream and your tryness, the something which you want to try, right? And okay, so just when I thought that okay, I may be confident enough to talk impromptu and everything like that, life happened and it gave me one more lesson, but in harder way. So it was in my degree period, it was lockdown. We all were stuck. We all were in our home, having not many things in with us. And that time I realized why not to try something creative. I love dancing. I love creativity. I love sketching, painting. You ask, I would like to try. But there I thought, why not to try something like content creation? So then is when the things came like, oh shit, I don't have good phone, which can't even capture a clear photo. And then no lights, no tripod, and not even a laptop. Uh, because that laptop used to whizzed off whenever I used to open and used to make a sound as if it is going to launch into the orbits. That's how my condition was. And then I realized that I was standing in that bus stop for a longer period and I was doubting myself that should I try or shouldn't I? But my readiness to try something gave me something glorious and I achieved something by myself without doubting myself. So then is when I just grabbed the phone. I started recording by keeping my phone under the stack of books, also with the containers from our kitchen. This is how I started. Awkward. The first video was the most awkward one. And I didn't knew anything about content creation, say editing, say how to talk in front of, because you'll be obviously afraid of talking in front of your screen, right? But that courage made me speak and start. I failed. I start, but the bigger picture of this was I started. I started and we grew, I had grown my YouTube and Instagram and it's budding. But what is a real achievement for me is that I started. I didn't waited for that right moment to start, or I didn't waited until I have a 2 hours or 3 hours of crash course so that I'll have enough knowledge about how to do it. I just started. So I just wanted to tell you all, is it like, am I ready is a real question, or the real question is, am I really willing to try? So today I want to tell you all that whatever things you have been keeping aside so that you want to try it afterwards, just grab it off, write it down on your notebook and just take action for it immediately. Because whatever you are, whatever your future self is wanting you to be seen as, maybe you are already there. Yeah, with that, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. It was a very nice story which you told, and I think all of us has relished this speech. And I think we have learned a very big lesson from it, that it's not about where we reach, it's about where we start. So it's all about starting and finding a direction rather than thinking about the destination. So it's a very great message, and I think it has left us thinking a lot and on this particular message, like we usually get it from a meaningful conversation, right? So it was a very engaging story, and I loved it a lot. Now moving to the next. Sometime back I told you about being interested, right? But is it sufficient? Because even though you are interested, you need something to launch, right? So one more tip I want to share. It's about when you are interested, do not go for close-ended questions. Always try with the open-ended question. It means rather than asking, did you enjoy your weekend? Just ask, how did you enjoy your weekend? Or what did you do over the weekend? That people have a lot of things to say. So be interested, be curious, and try open-ended question. That's the one mantra I would like to share. Now, this is the end of our first segment, which is prepared speech. So we'll move to the next segment, which is table topic segment. But before that, I just want to say one more point, which is like small talk is also a skill. And it can be learned by practice, like any other skill. For that, the best way to start is starting in a low pressure setting, where you don't have much expectation and people are not expecting much from you. It's all about your genuine heart. You just go and speak. It could be like speaking to a receptionist or speaking to your security guard or maybe someone like from cafeteria worker. You can just give them gratitude and just start talking to them. So it will give you a low pressure setting where there is no expectation, but you can just start talking and gain more confidence. You will feel good and the other person will also feel good. So with that, let's move to the next segment, which is table topic. And for that, I would like to call our table topic master of the day. Our table topic master of the day enjoys playing badminton. And he challenges his mind over chess and he tries to stay fit at gym. Currently, he is focused on sharpening his public speaking skills, embracing every opportunity to learn and grow as a communicator. Please welcome table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Gaurav. And good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I would like to welcome all of you to the table topic section, one of the interesting section of the Toastmaster meeting. And for this section, I have chosen a theme called If I Rule the World. You know, suppose you wake up tomorrow and found yourself the ruler. There's no election. You are just in charge. I mean, there's no opposition also. You are kind of dictator, you can say that. Whatever you say, whatever you write, that becomes the law. So what are the changes you would like to bring in this world in terms of education, in terms of like culture, all those things? Let's discuss that in a fun way. So for that, I mean, I would ask for the volunteer. Whoever want to kind of take part, please raise your hand, and then I would give you the topic, the impromptu topic, and you have to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And at 1 minute, timer will show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, timer will show the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, timer will show the red card. You'll also have a 30-second grace period time, so you can complete your speech within the 2 minutes 30 seconds. With this, let's start this segment. Can I have volunteer?
Yeah, maybe I can go. Sharath here.
Okay. So welcome, Sarath. So I have a slide from 2 to 14. Which one would like to go with?
3.
Okay. Okay. So the topic for you is which food would become free for everyone under your rule? Which food would become free for everyone under your rule?
Thank you for that. I'm sure I'm going to relish when I say this. The food that would become free for everyone under my rule would be vada pav. Because already there are a lot of it, so it's a mass, like, you know, how we have Rajnikant is a superstar of the masses. Just like that, vada pav is the mass food product of masses. So why not? We already have a lot of cities who depend on vada pav on a daily basis. That way people don't have to really try hard to get used to this food, because I'm sure all of us will love getting free stuff. All of us would love getting free food for sure. And then if it is something you're not really used to it, you have to really put in your effort and try to like it. And vada pav that way, I feel, is very safe, even for the world, right? Outside world, they're used to having something like burgers. They can relate to, okay, it's something like a burger, there's something inside, and then there is the bun and things like that. So it will appeal to them also. And then it's gonna generally appeal to the entire part of India as well, because unfortunately there are several people, let's say if I go for idli, maybe some from North India may not appreciate it so much. And if I go for something like paratha, I'm sure the South Indians may not appreciate it so much. So as a ruler, I need to be very diplomatic that way. And I feel vada pav is something that is a bit safer in that manner as well, for because one of the most diverse country like India, if there is a food that can work for majority, that would definitely work for the world as well. That's why my food would be, the free food would be vada pav. Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks for such an interesting take. And the way you said vada pav, it seems like you're a fan of Rohit Sharma, and with this decision, he would be the happiest person. Because like people relate the vada pav with Rohit Sharma. Also, you're a dictator, so you don't have to be diplomatic. You can just dictate the rule. Whatever you like, just take that the rule. Okay. So with this, we'll move to the next person. Who would like to go next? Can I have volunteer?
We have Aishwarya here from the room.
Okay.
Shwet can go first.
Okay. We'll go with Shwet first.
Shwet first, yeah.
Okay. So which slide would you take, Shwet? 2 to 14?
Okay, so let's go with 5.
Okay. So the topic for you is, what fashion rule would you make mandatory for everyone? What fashion rule would you make mandatory for everyone? Over to you.
Fashion rule mandatory for everyone. Okay. So the fashion rule I would make mandatory for everyone would be like wearing loose clothes. I like wearing loose clothes a lot. Especially in the summer, you will feel a lot more comfortable, and you will be able to relish the weather much more if you are in the comfortable clothing, right? So that would be my suggestion to everyone. But yeah, the problem is they also need to, like, especially girls, maybe not boys, but especially girls need to take care of their fashion, their lifestyle and all. So uh, they might not be able to choose some of the loose clothing and all. But yeah, I think uh, that shouldn't be the way. Like they shouldn't think that we cannot wear it in the we cannot wear it in the summer or anything, or something like that. So and not but loose clothing, like some of the loose like too baggy clothes, not too baggy clothes, like some people like Justin Bieber and all, you would see wearing clothes much below their waist and below their foot, dragging it down on the streets. Not like that. I'm not much fan of that, but yeah, loose clothes. I know it has come into fire recently also, because like it has been associated with some like shoppery work. Not like that, but yeah, I really like it, and I would suggest that fashion in the summer, especially for everyone. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, thanks for your take. And yeah, definitely loose clothes are like good, especially in the summer. I agree with that. Can we have a next volunteer? Oh, we had Victoria, right? Okay, so Aishwarya, which slide would you like to go with?
Um, 7.
Okay,
Which holiday would you invent if you rule the world?
rule the ball. Yeah, right.
Okay, see, we have all of these different holidays about the birthdays or important days of all of these dignitaries or big people, like we have Gandhi Jayanti or we have Ambedkar Jayanti, and we have such important people. Now, if I ruled the world, obviously I would be an important dignitary, right? So obviously the holiday that I will invent would be Aishwarya Jayanti, which would be the 19th of May of every year, and it will be celebrated with such pomp and ceremony because, of course, I would need parades to happen in my honor, and of course, I would want dance performances and all kinds of creativity to be shown because I am that way of benevolent dictator, right? And I love creativity, so one must encourage creativity and art in all its forms as the ruler, because after all, how else are these amazing performers going to get patronage? You know, it's only if I say, yes, I absolutely love this artist or this dancer or this singer, are they going to be able to go out and make a living for themselves? And I mean, all I have to do is, this is great. I absolutely love this, or I love this food, and wow, what beauty in this canvas, and it's going to get sold for millions. So, with that kind of responsibility on my shoulders, I believe it is of utmost importance that I not just allow my birthday to be celebrated and with all the pomp and festivities that my subjects can muster, but also encourage creativity in all its forms so that they can go ahead and make a living for themselves. So that would be what the holiday that I invent. Thank you.
I mean, I would applaud your presence of mind. I mean, coming with this kind of answer, even though it is simple, but kind of standing on your own feet and thinking that, oh, I will make this statement that I'm the ruler, it's my Jayanti. I mean, it's a good take. I can say that. So, with this, I would like to move to the next participants. So, who would like to volunteer?
I know I'm the timer, but could I go?
Yeah, definitely. You can go, and I would ask Sarat to time you.
I can be the timer. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
which slide?
13.
Okay. So the topic for you is you could make one TV shows mandatory for everyone to watch. Which would it be?
Okay. So if I could make one TV show mandatory, it would obviously be Tom and Jerry, because I feel that Tom and Jerry brings such an innocent vibe to everybody who watches it. So you have Tom, who is a cat, and the cat is chasing the Jerry, which is the mouse, and they have this very weird love hate relationship between themselves. So this really teaches us so how the show goes is that Jerry will continuously do certain things which will disturb or irritate Tom, and Tom will constantly try to catch Jerry. But if you actually see it well and if you notice it, you will see that Tom actually tries, but at the correct time, at the time when he's just about to catch, Jerry will do such a thing that it actually backfires at Tom. So this actually brings a very comic relief. So I feel that everybody has such a difficult life. They have so many things to do. They have so many responsibilities. But I feel that when they watch Tom and Jerry, they can actually shut off their mind and they can just see the fun and the love and the enjoyment that is actually going in that show. And of course, they have different characters. So there's even one bulldog in that show, and you can see that roles are reversed over there, where Tom is constantly trying to do something to the dog, and the dog is trying to punish the cat. But here, this time, Tom is actually being punished. So I feel that everybody should watch Tom and Jerry, and it will be mandatory for everyone, whether it's kids or adults, to watch Tom and Jerry. Thank you.
Tom and Jerry. I mean, I can't relate with this. And the reason is that I have lived my childhood without media. So whenever somebody talk about some cartoon, and I can't relate with this. So if I given a chance to kind of make one show mandatory, I would go with the Peaky Blinder. What a show it is. I've watched so many times. Every time I watch it, it gives me different kind of happiness, different kind of confidence. Because the attitude you see in that movie, that series, I mean, that kind of also uh, some kind of give you confidence that you can also do things. So I would make the Peaky Blinder mandatory, and I would request everyone to watch it. That's a good series. With this, let's move to the next volunteer. We have Nitin. So, so Nitin, which slide would you like to go with?
I would go with 10.
10. Okay.
If you rule the world, what you
Yeah.
what would
If
be
you
the
rule
threat?
the world, what would be the punishment for people who are always late?
I always get late, so okay. The timer can start. I am starting. So, so getting late is like a common part, at least in my world. Like if from the starting from the school days to college days to even in the office days, I always get late. If meeting start at 8, sometimes I wake up at 7:30, 7:45, just to directly enter into the meeting. And if I get the ruler, so the I will not give any punishment because I myself is the person who get late. So I will those who get late, I will try to warn him because since I am a ruler, but silently I will also make the law in such a way that he is not to get any kind of punishment. Because if I start punishing them, the first person who will get punished will be myself only. So I will try to, but at the same time, it should be not like get meet. It is a 1 hour meeting. Someone is coming at after 45 minutes. Then it is too much. So I will make some laws like it can be avoided for few minutes. But if someone is completing at the end of the meeting, then I will try to make it give some few warnings to him like not to come at that time. At the same time not getting too harsh. Like if sometimes it is it's personal reason, but otherwise sometimes it is a habit. So I will try to see from each individual perspective like what is the reason for them to getting late, and then I will decide accordingly. Thank you.
What a clever ruler you are. I mean, since you are getting late, you'll not give any kind of punishment. Nice take. And if I was the person, I would say that if you're coming late today, you have to spend your whole day, whole night today here in this classroom or other place where you're getting late. So next time you don't get late. Next class you'll attend from here only without going your home. So that kind of punishment I will give so that another person will remember. Okay, so we have the next volunteer, Harshita.
Yeah, yes.
So, so which slide would you like to take?
Is 13 or 14 available?
Uh, 13. I think 14 is available. Yeah, 14.
Yeah. So we shall go with 14.
So the topic for you is, which place in the world would you visit as first ruler?
Yeah. If I'm the ruler, I would like to visit many places across the world. First, I would like to visit the seven wonders of the world. Means I can cover 7 countries in my single run. And with this I would get good opportunity to travel throughout the world. Why I particularly choose the 7 wonders of the world means it would majorly cover all the popular countries like Europe, America, even in India it was Taj Mahal. As you told first, I would cover all the 7 wonders on the single go. In the Great Wall of China, it will be a greatest monument. Like I think it is visible from moon also, if I'm right. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I would like to visit this Great Wall of China, which is an which in turn shows the elegance and the great skills of China. And other one is like Petra. It is like Rose City. I would like to cover this one also. And I like the nature also. It's like Machu Picchu. I would travel this mountain peak and climbing around it, like trekking and all. I would like to cover similarly. I want to cover all the countries. And the last is the Taj Mahal, which is a token of love in India. And along with me, I would like to take few other friends also along with me, so that they can travel all across the world along with me. Yeah, thank you, Prasank.
Yeah, thanks for the take. And ask about one place, and you're like, no, not one place. I'm going to visit the whole world because that's mine. I'm not going to leave any place unseen. Okay. So do we have time for some more topic?
No, I guess we can move on since we are almost on the hour.
Okay, sure. So I would like to thanks to all the participants for the taking part and giving your thoughts on the topic. And with this, I would like to end this session, and I would like to hand over the meeting to our Toastmaster of the day, Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. It was a very interesting table topics segment, and I personally relished all the stories which people told us today. As you all know, small talk can often start with some unexpected question. And what table topics does, it prepares us for that. So thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for such a wonderful segment. So this is the end of our second segment. Now we'll move to the third one. But before moving to the third one, I would like to add one more tip. So there is a fact, it's a fun fact which says small talks are like a survival tool. So anthropologists, they believe this technique, it was used in the ancient time as well, when in the tribal era where people were not having any language, they used to show some signs, some gestures. And with that, they used to show that they are friendly, they are not a threat. And the same technique is very relevant in today's world as well. How we can apply it? Now, tip comes here. So there is a technique called mirror and match. So if someone speaks softly, match their tone. If someone gives a smile, you smile back to them. So this is how we can show them that we like them. And once you start liking someone, people like you automatically. So if you use that mirror and match, definitely those small talks are going to be very comfortable, and you will feel that how you can grow your own comfort level as well. So with this, I would like to initiate our third segment of the day, which is evaluation. This segment is very important, where we learn about our own strengths, areas of improvement, as well as how we can become a better communicator. So for that, I would like to call our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Sharad.
So much, Toastmaster of the day, Gaurav. I think we had a static electricity in one room.
It was the energy
Very energetic performance by your TM Modi. Thanks for that. And with that, we'll just quickly move to the evaluation segment, where first I will of course give my comments at the end after the tag report, but first I would like to hear from our speech evaluator, Aishwarya's report for Pranali's speech. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shad. Firstly, Toastmaster Pranali, congratulations on completing your next level in level 1. That is your second project. Very, very well done, according to me. I genuinely enjoyed listening to your speech as much as I enjoy and relish a bowl of ramen, if I may. I found that it was very difficult for me to nitpick on things that were not good in your speech. So overall, I would say that I quite enjoyed everything that you did. For starters, I really liked the fact that you had audience interaction. You asked a question that required the audience to pay attention. And the question itself was one that immediately had everyone relate to the speech title, which is the power of starting before you're ready. I was curious where you were going to go with that. And what really struck me as well structured was the fact that you used not one but two incidents to bring together the point that you were trying to drive across, which is that there is actual benefits in starting before you think you are prepared yourself. I loved that you used courage to say that even though I wasn't ready and I was afraid, I went ahead and did it anyway. And that's something that resonates very deeply with me personally. I also want to say that I really liked that you used voice modulation, and especially when you said something along the lines of all the strangers and glorious, and I was scared. I liked that you actually piped down your voice and brought in that environment of being scared or being afraid. I liked your hand gestures as well. What I do think you could have improved on is a little bit of frivolous movement around this stage. So you did say that it was in another city. So another city could have been like another city, right? Or you said a few years later when you were talking about your during COVID starting content creation. You know, you could have said, oh, I kept the phone over there and I started creating content like that. So I felt like there you could have used your body language a little bit more, but since that is technically your next project, you will come to that. Otherwise, I really liked the way you presented everything. As a challenge for you in your next speech, because body language, voice modulation is going to be part of the speech anyway, I do want to mention that you could use grammatical corrections when writing your speech. I found a couple of issues, like the use of double negative past tense, didn't, nude. So when you already have a didn't in the past tense, the next verb that comes must be in the present tense. So maybe get help just with anybody writing, just getting some grammatical corrections. Apart from that, I think I really quite enjoyed the way you did it. One more thing that I want to tell you is I would have liked to see what kind of long-term improvement you saw in yourself when you said that you started something before you were ready. So because I started something, because I dove headlong into that project that I went out of station to deliver, I was able to pick up a project at work, even though I wasn't ready. Something like that, you know, something that connects back to where you are in the present. That would have been very helpful. But apart from that, very well done. Congratulations. And I'm really, really proud of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya, for that wonderful evaluations. And without any further ado, we can quickly move on to the tag team reports. And I would like to start, like how the tag team says, I would like to start with the timer report. Over to Yash to present the timer report and take this forward. Over to you.
Hi, everybody. So I really relished the meeting today. It was a good one. And coming to the timer report, unfortunately, there were two disqualifications. The prepared speech was like almost 1.5 minutes over time. The time was 8 minutes 22 seconds, and the evaluation as well. It was 4 minutes 10 seconds. Apart from that, all the other speeches like the table topics were within the time limit. Yeah, over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Yash, for that quick timer report. And now moving on with the next report, that is the R counter report. So I would like to hand over to Nitin to take it ahead with the R counter report. Over to you.
Hello everyone. So regarding account report, Suyat Tiwari has used four times and so four times. Our TMOD Gaurav he has done quite well. Means only use so once. Apart from that was all clear. Our general evaluator and president Sarath he has used like two times. Apart from that, it's all clear. Mm, Pranali speaker she has used of five times, so five times, and there was a repetition of word right at the end of each few sentences that could have been avoided. Harshita has used four times and like three times. And our table topic master Prasang has used three times. Apart from that, everyone is clear and went back to general word of the day.
For that quick report. Hope everyone of you have taken note so that we can improve next time to avoid the filler words. Thank you. And now quickly we can move on to the next report. That's the grammarian report. Over to you, Harshita, to present the grammarian report for today.
Yeah, thank you, Sharat. I would like to present my grammarian report for the day. Today the session went well, and I did not find any inappropriate usages of the sentences or grammar like that. Coming to the word of the day, Sharath used once and Aishwarya used once during evaluation. Maybe I am able to count only these two. For the prepared page, Pranali used the sentence usages like in my life I have encountered, and the other sentences you have been keeping aside like that. This is a present perfect tense usage. It's good to describe and hear actually. The next one is she used I was doubting. It is correct only as per the grammar, but it is more appropriate to use I was doubtful. That's all. And the other one, she used to describe her thoughts like in her past, conquering my not her thoughts, her feelings when she gave the speech for the first time. It was like conquering my whole mind, and that is good to hear. Coming to table topics, Sharath used adjectives like big savior, diplomatic to describe his thoughts in his table topic, and those are good to hear. And Shwet, he used some incomplete sentences in his speech, just suggesting to not to break the sentence and complete his thought and describe it, explain it. That's all. Next, Yash used in adjectives like innocent vibe and weird in his speech. These are also good to describe describe something during the speeches. And Aishwarya, it's like her spot topic, but I really thought like it is like a prepared speech only. I'm not able to find any grammar issue in her speech. in her table topic. Next, coming to Aishwarya's evolution, she used a good word like resiliate as a verb in her evolution. That's all. She just took a pause in between in her explanation, and immediately she continued the evolution. That's all. Otherwise, I'm not able to find any grammar issue in the evaluation. Yeah, that's all. This is my grammarian report. Over to you, Sharota.
Thank you, Praveen and Harshita, for the detailed report. Of course, I hope all of us have taken notes from her. Now, quickly coming to the general evaluator report, that is my report. I would like to just start first with the session itself. We started a bit late. It was almost 5 minutes late. We could have started earlier. I would request all the role takers at least to make sure that they are present 5 minutes before the session time. Ideal time is 10 minutes before, but at least 5 minutes before, so that we can ensure we can start on time. And other than that, coming to today's speakers and role takers, I would like to start with DMOD Gaurav. I really enjoyed today's DMOD, the importance of small talk. You could really connect with it. And I really loved your body language. I think you can take a class on usage of body language. I really loved your hand gestures, and then when you have to smile, you are smiling. The way you used your hand gestures were very amazing. And of course, your eye contact were also on point, because very important. We have multiple platforms here, online audience, in-person audience. You are with everybody. Kudos to that, and thanks for keeping it very interesting. And coming to the speech, congratulations first of all, Pranali, on your completion of L1 P2S1 speech today. And I could, some of the points which I wanted to convey already, Aishwarya, as in her evaluation, she has conveyed. But still, I'll quickly say, the first thing I really loved, the topic itself, it was really motivational. It's like how you can really start doing things instead of just thinking of perfection, or instead of waiting for the perfect moment to happen, you just go ahead and go for it. The title itself was pretty motivational. And the way you started connecting with the audience. So you have two things. One, you ask certain questions and you interact with the audience. The second one is when you take your speech from your own life, you are giving examples of how you were nervous when you had to present about the project, etc. We could really connect as an audience with what you are saying, because some of us ourselves would have experienced that in our own lives. So kudos to that. Kudos to making that connect with the audience. And the eye contact was amazing. You not just catered to everybody in between, you are like turning back and looking at Gaurav also when you are seated there. That is not easy. And something Aishwarya also said, some of the word you said, I think grammar is something that you can be really careful the next time. Some of the things I've noticed is there's certain usage like longer period during my degree period. So instead of that, you can use different usages like at that during my college days or when I was doing my degree, something like that. That would have been better. And better to avoid usage of things like oh shit.
Yeah.
You can use oh shoot or something like that would be slightly better and safer usage. And some of the grammatical usages like this is when there was a scenario, that is when was more appropriate there. And then instead of didn't knew, it was didn't know. And instead of grown, grew would have been better in some of the places. And then it's not didn't waited, it's didn't wait. And some of the grammatical things you could really improve on. Otherwise, kudos to an amazing speech. We could all really connect. You really connected with the audience. You used your hand gestures, eye contact, your body language well. And of course, you ended in a very positive note. Like, am I really willing to try? You say just like that, it really motivates us as an audience. Kudos once again. And now, quickly moving to table topic master Prasan. Kudos to you too. Very interesting table topics, and thanks for. We all could connect, and then of course it is a good sign when people were talking more than what they should. I'm sure majority of them would have almost touched the 2-minute mark. That is kudos to you. And um, coming to the table topics itself, the first one, Sharad, no words for that. Kudos, amazing. God levels, I will not go there. Second table topic was by the loose clothes, right, on Shwet. That was very funny and very practical too. Like how you thought, like, okay, something really practical, like why not you wear loose clothes and be comfortable, etc. So that was really nice. One suggestion I would recommend is you can really stand up when you're trying to, even if you're online, so that your gestures and body language should be better for everyone. This general note for every speaker who spoke online today. And Aishwarya, amazing. I really relished the table topic segment. As Harshita said, it felt like it was a prepared segment, not an impromptu one. Aishwarya Jayanti is something I think it will be very fun, very too much fun. And there was some good usage of words like benevolent, patronage, etc. That was really good. And there were some good dramatics, theatrics aspects of things also, which I always like. That's something you can kudos to that. And Yash, on the Tom and Jerry show, yes, of course, we all look at it again. A good show that you have chosen that all of us are aware of. And again, if you could have stood up, would have been better in terms of body language. And within, I really liked, like you said it was very funny when you said you yourself will be late most of the time. So what will be the punishment? No punishment. You decide for the person. That is really good thinking. Kudos to that. Again, yes, your hand gestures also were not visible. At least if your camera position was better, your hand gestures would have been better visible for us. That way, yeah, standing up really helps again. And Harshita, which place to visit? One thing I really liked is you don't really have to go exactly with the topic. I would have just thought of one place. You're like, no, I am the ruler of the world. I'll go 7 places. That kudos to you. That's really good. That's something good. You don't really have to always go exactly as per the topic, and always even go against the table topic master also. That will be a good variation. I really like that. Two things I would recommend is one. Yeah, again, if you stand up would be better. And then I think there was a problem with the lighting in your room. It was the visibility was pretty dark. So maybe somewhat better lighting would have enabled us to see you better online. And yeah, maybe some camera issue. Other than that, yeah, kudos to you. And then coming to the evaluation, I really again relished the evaluation. Kudos, it was really good. Most of the pointers she had already informed. Other than even she mentioned that grammatical things is something you can. I just gave you specific examples, but she had covered mostly almost everything else. And coming to the tag reports, I would have really liked if the timer and the R counter maybe shared the screen with a quick glance of how many times what usage was instead of just verbally saying it. I feel that would have been better. And yeah, grammarian Harshita, again, you did a good job. You had commented on some of the usages and things like that. Again, coming back to Prasanna, I really wanted to appreciate the way, as a table topic master, he connected back to whoever was speaking. That is also a great way to go about in table topics. After each speaker, you connect back or you tell your opinion, or that he was doing a brilliant job. Kudos to you, Prasanna, again, and kudos once again to the TMOD of the day. And with that, I would like to end the general evaluator report and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Sharath or Gaurav, just I want to add one thing.
Yeah.
For the people who joined online, I want to ask if the voice is clear for them, whoever speaking from the learning hub. So I felt voice is little low.
Can others confirm?
Sound is low actually.
I didn't
For me,
face.
it was
No, it's
fine.
good for me.
Okay,
Oh,
then
okay,
maybe
then.
some more volume settings or something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, thanks for highlighting that anyways, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Archita, for highlighting this point. And thank you, General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Sharath. for the detailed report. Thanks all the tech team. So now we have reached to the end of our Toastmaster session. Since we follow democracy in our country, we have one more step for all of us. It's a voting time. I request our sir to share the voting and feedback link over the team chat so that people can vote for best role player and best table topic speaker.
Sharath, I have shared it with you. Can you please review? In a minute, I will share it with everyone.
The latest one, right? Okay. I'm just opening it.
Yeah, I have.
Yes. It is working. Can you share it with the chat? The same link?
Yeah, sure.
I think it is working. For the table topics speakers, have you that I am not able to find here, Shwet. Like for the best table topic speaker.
For feedback link, not able to find, right?
Sorry?
Not the feedback link, though.
For the voting.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I'm checking the feedback. Oh, okay. Mine.
I don't see it, though. Has it been shared?
Can you share that link, Shwet?
Yeah, I've shared the link.
Yeah, I'm just checking myself. Sorry, because.
While people are voting, just one question for everyone. So it's an open question. So what small talk you're gonna initiate today? So it's just a one exercise for all of you. So you can spend some time on it, and maybe tomorrow if you are coming to office, or maybe next week when you are coming to office, you can just discuss with the people like what was your experience when you initiated something today.
I would like to really initiate a small talk with my manager, but I don't know. That is very risky. If you get an exit mail from me tomorrow, don't be surprised. I would have initiated some really bad small talk with the manager. That's what again I was telling. Like sometimes when it comes to small talk, target audience matters. You are really comfortable with somebody, very easy to have small talk with them.
And then you have to use mirror and match.
Then definitely you'll receive it. Thank you. And you will. Thank you so much.
So there is this book called The Power of Strangers, or The Power of Talking to Strangers, where they've talked about various experiments that were conducted across the world, in different parts of the world, to encourage people to do small talk with strangers. And what it revealed in a way is that people had a better day in general, like literally higher levels of oxytocin and dopamine that was secreted in their bodies if they simply had a random nice conversation with a stranger that lasted like even less than 2 minutes. But their day literally got better. So and that's so strange to see, like in the sense it's so unfathomable in today's world where everybody is just constantly glued to their phones, right? You don't have stories anymore like you would if you've seen the Before Sunrise trilogy. It all started, the entire trilogy started because two strangers started having a conversation randomly on a train. Or, you know, those ads that you see of people coming together on a Mumbai local train and like forming a community and things like that. Like that doesn't happen anymore. So it is important to have, to make effort into building that. So I think that the exercise that you've given is really nice. And I think it should be done specifically with strangers because it just makes your day better.
I think, thank you so much, Aishwarya. We all got a book now, like which we can refer after this session. Yeah. So Shwet, are we done with the votes or still waiting for more votes?
Yeah, I have 8 responses.
Eight?
8 responses.
Yeah.
That would be the number of people who are there, right? Like 1, 2,
Yeah, I think kind of, yeah.
6,
Anyone
7?
facing
Yeah,
issues?
9 responses. Yeah, 9. I have 9
11
responses
people.
now.
9 responses now.
11 people.
Anyone facing issue? Padma Priya, Yash, or Nitin, John? Any of you had any issue?
I was able to vote, but actually we aren't. With this is work laptop. We couldn't access the Google Forms, so I had to actually put it on my personal and do it. But I voted for it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I think with the votes
thanks.
received, we can rather announce the winners.
I think we can conclude with that. So from my side, I just want to give a closing note. So today, what all we learned is small talks are not small. These are something which can build a very great story. And as Aishwarya said, like those serendipitous moment can happen when we go and talk to the people, right? And sometimes it's not about talking. Your gentle smile, good gesture, good compliment can make someone else's day better. So please try it out, go outside and live the world to its best. So thank you everyone for being an amazing audience. With that, I would like to sign off and I would like to hand it over to President.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today. And quickly, I would like to announce the results of today, the awards. We have the best role taker, TMOD Gaurav. I think no surprise there. Kudos to a brilliant job done. Yes, I think we can go to the auxiliary role player. So that is Timer Yash. Thank you for the support. I think there's a tie between the grammarian
tie.
and Timer Yash. Kudos to both of you. And thanks for the support for today. Your certificates will be coming shortly to you. And for the best table topic speaker, oh, wow.
No surprise. No surprise.
That is not very.
More surprise than
Clean sweep.
I only went into the character that hey, I am the ruler of the world. I myself.
It's called method acting.
Kudos. This is the first time, at least. Otherwise, that percentage would be less.
I have to admit, this is the first time I've done it. I'm like, let me just be in character.
Kudos to that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, before we close, as a president, I would like to quickly invite our guests, of course, from the support of the club from Shelby Talk. We have Padma Priya, Yash, Nitin, and John as well. Any words, anything you would like to share about today's session, your experience, any suggestions? Anybody?
Thank you for the wonderful session, Sharad. This is Padma Priya. It was awesome to listen to Pranali's speech and all the table topics. Gaurav nailed the session. He drove it really very well. Yeah, there are certain improvement areas that I would like to highlight, but I will take it in person with you. Sharad. Thank you for having us. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Let's have a round of applause for Shelby Talk and for all the support from John, Nitin, Padma Priya, and Yash. And thanks once again to all of you who joined with us. And before closing, I would like to just announce that for the next session, we are really planning for a linkers meet with this club from Amadeus. Amadeus Club is also part of same campus, Prestige Tech Park, and they would like to keep it as an in-person session. It would be a great experience, and they are inviting us for lunch as well at Amadeus. So there's we are still finalizing the dates with them. They are yet to suggest us some of the dates, and we would come to an agreement. But do look out for the communication on that.
Okay, then I want to give my speech next. Next speech.
Definitely. That would be a great experience. Anyone who would like to give a speech, you can really go outside the comfort zone and go to a different venue altogether. And it's going to be in person at Amadeus. Do look out for the communication shortly. And thanks everybody once again. With that, as we are on top of the hour, we would like to officially close the session 148. Have a great rest of the day ahead. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.